But what I came to talk to you about today is when you get a GPU and you're gonna look at the size of that GPU. That's an old RX, I think 460, 1 gig. When you're gonna re-thermal paste a GPU, you can't put a bead of thermal paste in the center like a P, like a CPU, because when you squeeze it out, it's gonna just go to the edges. Although on this one, it's big enough that it might not, but on the regular ones, it'll just go to the edges and spread out. It's better to spread it, especially on the new stuff with the little teeny mirror chips. You gotta take a business card and spread it good, edge to edge. I'll show you. I'll do it on this one in a second. Be white black. So if you're contemplating repasting an older GPU, like that's the paste that came off of this old guy here. But it actually isn't paste, it's chalk. But this guy is so old, it's huge, it's like a CPU. But today's modern GPU is, the die is this big and it's flat. So if you put a bead of paste on here and put your heatsink back on, it's going to spread out and come off of the die and just go around the sides and leave like a ridge in a square. So just remember, I redid this one, to spread the paste. So if you put a bead there and squeeze it in, you're not going to have any thermal paste on the die, and this thing's going to run hot. With this older guy, same situation, but I think if you do a bead, you get away with it because it's like the size of an old CPU. But that's not the case today. That thing's probably 8-10 years old. It's a 1 gigabyte 400 series, GTX 400. And so just a quick tip, because a lot of guys are doing this, and a friend of mine called and he did his, and it was running hotter than before he started. He couldn't understand why he scraped the paste off of this, which was all dried up and nasty, and when he repasted it, it was running hotter than it was before. And so I said, open it up, take a look again, and I was right. He put a bead, and it was just an edging around the outside, a little like lip of paste, nothing on the center of the die, and almost nothing on the heatsink, on the fan. So just get it on there, spread it really nice, and you'll be fine. That's a quick tip for today. Just checking in and let you know. These little tips do come in handy. I learned from them myself. So you guys, if you buy a used graphics card, a year or older, especially if it's been mine, you don't know the history of it, definitely first thing you do is open it up and check out the die. And I'm sure at that point the paste is like this. That's the paste that came off of this guy here. It'll really help with performance, longevity, and keeping the heat down, which is the most killer of electronics. So remember, first thing you should do, you get an old GPU, and old, I mean a year or older, because the amount of heat it generates, this paste doesn't hold up. And check it out. Alright guys, out for now. Happy flying, see you on the runaway. If you guys that haven't been watching, I used to do a lot of drones, and that was my, I fly aircraft too, private aircraft, so that was my thing. So if you're new and you hear that, you say, what's he talking about? That's what it is. Alright guys, ciao baby.